demanding. And our presidential candidate then took the lead. He had a speak out tour, if you remember.
Yeah.
Poor man, going around the country, engaging people. We followed when we did the manifesto. People volunteered. And I want to use this medium to thank them. People flew into Accra. People drove, just coming to share ideas on how we could reset our country. We didn't have money. Listen, it was a very, very good experience, but we all felt energized. We had a draft of a manifesto. We stepped out to campaign, went everywhere. The people of Ghana were merciful. They voted for us for a reason. They voted massively, and we remain grateful. They didn't vote for us today to be talking about going or not going. They said we should come and solve the problems. We have an agenda. What we inherited was a very, very tough situation. We have work to do. Whether we are going or coming depends on the work we are doing. It depends on the support we are giving our president, who is leading the charge. And it depends on the quality of support we are giving. And if you are already going left and right and center and back, and it's not even time, I think it's a betrayal of the cause of the people. And I don't think it is right. So please help us to fulfill the dreams of this beautiful country that we know can do much better even than it is doing now. Let us focus on getting the job done. And I think that, speaking for myself, that is what I want to do.
Keep the focus,
Let's
build the nation,
thank you.
Deliver results.
Thank you very much.
Show some love, man. Wow.
Yeah. You met Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia today. What did you tell him?
I said, Doc, they say, you said you cannot work with coca. And the doctor replied me that, hey, Governor, since you know me, I'm talking like that. Me, I'm not talking like that. I'm not interested. Whatever person ring, I work with him. But when I say, give your work, can make statement. But I'm fine. Who do you know? I can't. Governor, you know me. Long time. Me, I know they grant public interview. That's why I have spokesperson. They spoke. Fana.
Yeah. met Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia today.
This is a very great day. We have the newly elected Greater Accra Regional Executive, led by the chairman, Okoboy, Dr. Okoboy. Let me congratulate you all, and also congratulate the constituency chairman who are here. We all fought a solid battle, and you've been here. I know Dr. Okoboy very, very well. We are very good friends. He's a good man. He's a unified, and he's very humble, if you know him. And I believe that he is going to really bring us a lot of seats in Greater Accra. The goal for all of us, is to win the 2028 election. This is just a stepping stone towards winning 2028. As a party, we have been engaged in an exercise of reorganization. We've had our polling station elections, we have our electoral area, we've had our constituency, we've now had our regional elections, and we will culminate that process on October 3rd with the national elections. And therefore, at the end of that, the party will be in a good position to have that vehicle that drives us to victory in 2028. So there's a lot of work ahead of us, and we are going to do that work in unity. If we are united, I'm telling you, we will win 2028. That is the key ingredient for victory. It's unity, and that is what I want to really plead, that this election is over. You've had competitors. Let us come together, and I believe in what Dr. Okoboy has said, that he would do everything to bring everybody and use everybody's talents, because if we keep our talents at home or in the capital, it doesn't help the party. We want to use everybody's talents to get victory for the party, and I want to emphasize that. I am open to work with everybody. As Okoboy says, you guys have used my name a lot, but thankfully the name is not yet finished. We'll go for national, we'll still use it. But that is fine. That is very fine. We just thank God for this party. I think that Okoboy said earlier that you are all going to do my bidding. I'm doing the party's bidding. So we are really all doing the party's bidding. The party has elected all of us to win power in things. And we are really going to commit ourselves to doing exactly that. I can assure you of maximum cooperation as we go forward. All of you know me pretty well. And I want to work directly with each and every one of you. You find access to me easy, unless you don't have my number. If you send me a WhatsApp, even at 3 a.m., I'm likely to respond. Isn't that it? Yeah, I mean, I will respond to you. You are major executives of the party, and I will respond to you at any time of the day or night that I have access to my phone, that I can respond to you. If there's anything that you think you need to bring to my attention, you bring it to my attention immediately. Maybe Prophetess Naomi, if you have a prayer to give to me, you can also give to me at any time. So feel free. this one of the things about MPP, which I'm always so proud of, is that our delegates don't make mistakes in electing people. They don't make mistakes. They are very discerning. They don't make mistakes in electing our executives. So whatever they decide is usually the right decision. And we are interested in winning power. And our delegates have given us the best people to win the power in 2028. So let's work together. I thank you so much for coming here. You are the first of all the regions to come, and it's right.
But when you are coming to Accra, you have to ask permission.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm very, very happy that you have done so. I've seen Jeff Kasim is coming also. Welcome. Yes. So congratulations. May God bless all of us. Thank you very much.
Woman say Mayor Wonders. Okay. Our Bono region. Maybe a regional youth organizer. Me catch them say you be Wonders. Our Bono half. It's much to say don't catch you and our winning Bono Nana. No, a general secretary. Yeah, we need 26 from Ayi Goso, Ekosi Atebugu. Yeah, we need 26. Okay. It's in chart in the money one. May catch almost a Wonders a year 2016. Chart not to your bayes are Wonders in 2028. No, say, Medomo Babe ye a Dumantene. I'm a party no reclaim you see our region in Munina. O mamma no Moko Yeninano. I am Rantiana and Painfua no Monsian Duma woman. O Mansian Dumana and so Matio. Better back upon the bell. Honorable Yafua, a honorable Kosiami at Tremene Bafu and the Denema is a mention Duma. To make Chirena Duma no Fian me or a weapon. Woman now or man or Mua or what or yes or more banner. Maybe two or Martinas in the birthday United Front. Said the Abaya, you bet Marini and less in 2028. What matters is say every vote count. So far as I hear call less in 2028 and every vote count. One more Matiada one way or the other no. You know be flashy. You be flashy me by Jimre. I come one after the other. I know my father to drink come say be United Front. Na ye ne abana etisone de asiani. Eti me shame manfo nyina bose. Jumadi omodi ashame nsa efie nan no. Me hye omanu nya 2028 beba wiye no. Wo mbeka se decision omu make ene no. Enye decision omaye atuagu. Eti me do omu nyina asese omu hwa animu se me no omu ba be ye adwuma na party na pa na ntuma pa afra.
parliament breaki and say no iti aminenchi kakra maba ni bidwe ni afi no bidwe airport abepia bekofi. I'm saying my absence no there and now it's an answer and we draw my attention to social media posts by your lady Kanye Zoe TV say me for the one Kelvin Kubri say Makoton in Japan and I'm not paying so maybe I'm opening flight to America be there Sunday me say Basi Kubri na Nkasa and so say me afi wabichi say case or say me defrauding Makoton property afi there yes say me Makoton property they go maybe a case at the Augustine Bia now new transaction near the first one Makoton property before plans me to feel way and yes someone may say my dad je proud simple and ya no credit say ni dikai and no credit say me na me ye lawyer Emma Augustine and na me ko scheme control ya the corporate and no credit my ye adwuma wo amwakwa je chamber and I love consulting emum in the particular case or come has na nya me ne lawyer on record say Kwesi Kubri so nim krata bi ana wo krata bi e kire say me and I'm a couple file a suit on behalf of Augustine Ampofa. Only in a deep family match, and on Pingu, Nagana Funia, who no moon seminar. There is nothing like that. In fact, me senior or no year case. Even though me need permission, Semeka, sa case in one sem. But Pacific Nankas, why engage me senior, but senior, I defend any or yeah. If you had a dinner, the city had to defend your that. Me, I'm putting me deeper. My head. My head. You possible. Why I'm not allowed. Yes. 80 ahead of prayer. And I no prayer inside me. Also, I can't say on August on any transaction in city.
The powers of government must always be exercised in the name of and for the welfare of the people. My Director of Health Services here, Maria Mahama, no relation to His Excellency the President, even though she's from Bole, right? Oh, there's a relation. Oh, Mr. President. The powers of government must always be exercised in the name of and for the welfare of the people. My Director of Health Services here, Maria Mahama, no relation to His Excellency the President, even though she's from Bole, right? Oh, there's a relation. Oh, Mr. President.
Many years ago, Rosa and I went somewhere, very powerful country, and we were privileged to have dinner with some of the ruling families right at the top of that country, at the Middle East. And whilst we were eating with some of the people in authority, they mentioned Ghana gold, the gold in Ghana, and did say that the amount of illegal gold that they have received and recorded from Ghana was more than the one that was recorded by the country, the nation itself. And the amount of the illegal gold they recorded that they received or bought from Ghana, the amount was 3 times more than what the government recorded and sold to that country. It disturbed me, it really broke my heart. And he did mention that the people doing this are very, very powerful people and have some very serious money. I just thought about it and I left it. Then when the gold board came in, this time around with this new administration, and put the gold board in place, and started dealing with the illegal mining and trying to regulate things, I had few calls from 1 or 2 places, including that country. And they said if I knew anybody at the top, because they are not getting the supply of the gold like they used to in the past, from the black market, whatever. So if I knew somebody, they would want to approach them, and the amount of money they were talking about buying, which they were buying before and they couldn't buy again, was a lot of money. We really need to intercede for our country.
Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are 2 types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
All right, good morning, good morning. Thank you very much for joining the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. My name is Audu Moro. It's a beautiful Monday morning, as I always say. This indeed is a day the Lord has made. We're glad that we're able to return here to join the nation's conversation on the big issues that are making the rounds in our dear country, Ghana. And I'm going to go straight ahead and look at what the papers are reporting and the online portals as well. And then we can check out what the quote cards are also saying. So I'll start with the Ghanaian Times. So the Ghanaian Times this morning says MOGCSP targets zero child marriage by 2030. Advocates support for teenage mothers to return to school. And as cutting waste key to economic recovery, according to President Mahama. Now, poor oral health is linked to diabetes and hypertension. Serve with integrity and hard work, a vice president tells civil servants. Daily Guide this morning says MPP elects new regional bosses. Bamia calls for unity, and Sami Oku denies Yoko arrest. Accusations against Adamos is false. That's according to Kujo. There's British Ghanaian Cambridge professor found dead. One Professor Jason Atakwe Ade. The Insight this morning says Imani condemns Adamos mining lease revocation, and there's the youngest black Cambridge professor found dead after allegations of plagiarism. And there's an Anaho Queen mother calls for women empowerment, commends Mahama. And there's health ministry begins review of Mahama's key healthcare promises. There's Netanyahu rejects Trump's 15-point plan for post-war Gaza. Dominic Ayine, he says national criteria funds could have completed Agenda 111 hospitals. Mecca joins defense agreement indicates growing distrust with U.S. military presence in West Asia. The Herald this morning says that NPP rehabilitates Cecilia Dapan after 2023 political isolation, names her National Vetting Committee Chair. And there's also Kwabena Donko, Amadou Sorgo, and Katie Hammond named in Turkey trip over $1 million AXA bribery scandal. And as Parliamentary Committee commends GEPA investment drive backs key reforms. And as NPP regional elections send a mixed signal ahead of 2028, understanding Ghana's new integrated tax administration system, it has ITAS, a simple guide to ITAS, what it is, why it matters, and what it means for every Ghanaian taxpayer. The Daily Searchlight says Sami Oku denies Yoko arrest claims as he appears in Kumasi. NPP to conduct elections for national officers on October 3rd. The Showboy Foundation donates 500 finger lens, feed, and medication to Chefo Himan SHS. And as government must intensify Galamsey fight despite progress, according to NDC communicator. Bawumia presidency, my next target, newly elected Greater Accra Regional Chairman Okoboy declares. Duncan Williams wade into minority Sami Gyamfi standoff. The Ghanaian publisher says Coca set side on 2028 after decisive victory. Impetus is it a challenge to produce evidence of £8,160 payment upon Chroma's UCJ AG over vacation trials. And as the Bako Traditional Council fumes at Achemonsa DC apologize for Faith Roth. Why are Galamseyers operating with impunity? Anodompre ask Mahama. Metro Lens is the prey for gold board. I'm in powerful opposition, according to Duncan Williams. And as Chichibire Hine declares war against land guards, vows tough action. Lead the research agenda. NHIA Deputy CEO tells NDC communicators there's Mrs. Anatu Ann Seidu Bokubiri Esquire, is the Deputy CEO of NHIA. There's apologize to Ocheman or Faith Roth, Nananom to Achemansa DC for meddling in chieftaincy matter. The New Center this morning says that agriculture growth slows to 3.6% in May, and the MPP's regional chairs pledge hard work and unity. Party renewal, grassroots mobilization for victory in 2028. Government invests $10 billion into agro-processing, according to Mahama. National Home Ownership Fund proposes housing levy. And there's a Professor Amevenku, elected 15th EP Church moderator. The Custodian this morning says that Bawumia salutes new MPP regional executives, calls for unity ahead of 2028. Asantemai Koka wins landslide, pledges inclusive leadership in Ashanti Region MPP. Galamsey is catastrophic under NDC Anodompre. Agricultural growth slows to 3.6% in May. That's also here. The Chronicle says that Ochimai accuses Achemansa DC of doubling in chieftaincy matters. The MPP regional elections, Koka Okoboy emerge winners. Takwa Mine leads, Goldfields meet key renewal terms, Chamber of Mines. Duncan Williams warns of powerful interest targeting gold board, according to today's Daily Post. Daily Post is what I have next. Daily Post. It says that Cocoa Board warns LBCs buy cocoa on credit and risk losing your license. That's Daily Post. Honorable Ato forcing hands over Defense Minister portfolio to Ken Ejay. The BNFT says the Chinese vehicles gain ground as imports climb to 22.1% market share. There's aircraft line maintenance and its importance in the aviation industry, power and leadership with Victoria Bright. And it's also government targets illegal business around the Great Code transmission lines, gives 1 month ultimatum to evacuate. Nearly half of SDS insolvent. IMF pushes a sector cleanup. Boost productive sector lending, according to BOG. It is MTN rewards first winners in at 30 promo. I'll be looking at what the online portals are reporting this morning as well. So Metro TV, that's Metro TV Online.com, says that boards must not interfere in day-to-day management, according to Health Minister. And there's Timpani, 20-year-old drowns while crossing river on Ghana-Togo border. Black Princesses depart Accra for Poland camp ahead of Under-20 Women's World Cup. And there's MOH hands over 30 ambulances at Bema camp to National Security for refurbishment. There's Black Princess, okay. And then there's Cameroon beat Malawi to win first WAFCON title. And they beat them by 3-0, but they themselves admit that it was a really, really difficult match. And they had a lot of respect for the Malawian team. Now, the Malawian team, for me, have done very, very well. I mean, we all know Malawi is not a football nation. I mean, when we're talking about football nations in Africa, Malawi is not counted as one of them. But I think that for this Women's World Cup, the Women's AFCON, they've done such a tremendous job. Nobody actually gave them a dog's chance. Nobody knew they were going to get to the finals. But of course, Cameroon is Cameroon. Cameroon is a football nation, and they actually proved it when it came up against them a few days ago. All right, so stay with us. Let's check out, but before that, let's check out what the quote cards are saying today. So what are the quote cards saying? Let's do that quickly. CJ is not acting beyond his powers. That's according to Richmond Suba, who is the Deputy General Secretary of the United Party. And as MPP cannot determine what is selective justice in Ghana, well, according to the same gentleman, Richard, the MPP only seeks to delay trials against their people. That's according to Benjamin Alpha. And the former Health Minister, Dr. Okoboy, wins NPP Greater Accra Regional Chairmanship. It's also one of the things that the Quote Carter is saying. Obviously, Kel from that's MetroTVOnline.com. So stay with us. This is Good Morning Ghana. Please don't go anywhere.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water. One for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Finding my dream apartment in just 2 days was a breeze with 7terragh.com. Looking for your next home, the perfect piece of land, or the best commercial property for your business? Are you worried about sending money home for property and finding nothing when you return? Well, worry no more. 7terragh.com is just a platform to find prime lands, perfect properties, or vibrant real estate development at the click of a button. 7terragh.com is your go-to property listing platform that allows you to register, list, rent, buy or sell, and connect with correct agents. With our AI-powered smart search, personalized dashboards, verified agent connection, and interactive property maps, all your property needs have been made easier. Check us out on 7terragh.com or contact us on 0302-998-246 or 0561 032 252. 7terragh.com, powered by MNC Properties.
Mommy, good morning.
Oh, good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center, aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
mayo kendini ehu behia se metwa sapapa dia to ama me manfo Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients eno ene bom se ho ban e ma ne sren ne sanso mama hotoso e wo bedwam
Kel Charcoal toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Today's class is going to be an exciting one. Now, who can share an unforgettable moment in their life? Okay, Asempa.
I'd like to talk about my first time. It was her natural look, complemented by her favorite green silky apparel that caught my attention. I have to say, she automatically possessed me with her smile, which exposed her beautiful white teeth. That's not all, her enduring signature perfume could be smelled from afar. Madam, why do you look so surprised? My first time with her was special and irresistible. I'm talking about Cindy Rice. Cindy Rice can be found in selected supermarkets nationwide.
Cindy Rice, sweet aroma, great taste. This advert is FDA approved.
This is the old way. Let me show you a new and a better way. EduPack.
EduPack?
Yes, EduPack. A GS-approved and supported initiative for all first-year students going to SHS by Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All your trunks, mattresses, pillows, including plastic chalkboards, are all waiting for your child at the school. Note: all our wooden chalkboards are being changed to plastic ones to avoid bedbugs.
You can also register by dialing *713*821# following the prompts, or you can visit www.edupackgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPack, approved and supported by GES.
Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM and Metro Digital, under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff, proudly present the Clean Conference 2026. Theme: Assessing Ghana's progress towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030. SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation. SDG 7, Clean Energy. And SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Friday, 21st August 2026, 9 a.m. at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. With just 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? The answers begin with one national conversation, the Metro and Original Sanitation Conference, with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. In attendance will be the Gamanche, His Royal Majesty King Takiteko True II. The Clean Conference, bringing together government, development partners, industry players, academia, civil society, and all Ghanaians. Change is not only in conference rooms, so there will be a cleanup exercise on Saturday, 22nd August 2026, also led by the Chief of Staff. Join thousands of volunteers for this massive cleanup exercise across the major streets of Accra. Metro Clean Conference, Wahuni Diema or Maini Tumpong.
This is just to invite you to sanitation and Clean Environment Conference being organized by Metro TV. I mean, this is a way of them to also contribute to the country's achievement of SDG 6, which is on clean water and sanitation. So when corporate organizations do some of these things, especially for a media house that is within the fourth estate of the realm, being this responsible to help facilitate. SDGs are supposed to be achieved by 2030. We're in 2026. We all need to play our part. This is a special invitation to you to come participate, share ideas, so we can also share as a people. to also enhance the efforts of the country to achieve SDG 6, which is on clean water and sanitation, and also to mitigate some of the issues we are facing recently. For the past 11 years and recently, on 29th June, what happened to us, the number of lives. We can't continue to be losing lives in the names of sanitation and clean environment. So please make it a point to attend the Sanitation and Clean Environment Conference being organized by Metro TV on the 21st of August. Thank you for attending.
All right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Thank you very much for staying with us. My guests are here, and we're going to kickstart a conversation shortly. Now, today is the day for academics. Today is the day for academics, and these are two personalities who are lecturers, they are teachers. They have students who are watching them. They have the academic community or university community who are watching them this morning, of course, and then the general public. They are not new to the show. They've been here a few times, and I'll tell you who they are shortly. So this morning I have a Dr. Jonathan Asante Ochre, who is a lecturer, University of Cape Coast, in fact senior lecturer, University of Cape Coast, and also executive director for the African Institute of Strategic Studies. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, my brother.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I'll also shortly be joined by Professor Smart Sapong, who's the Director of Research and Innovation, Kumasi Technical University. That's a KSTU. He will also be joining us on the show. Now, Doc, I hope you're doing well. I hope the family is well. And how is I'm told the Cape Coast, you know the Cape Coast, Accra Cape Coast, I believe the Takoradi Road is under serious construction. Yeah. Of course, it has also brought in its wake some inconvenience. And I believe the last time you came here, you complained about the inconvenience it had caused. Of course, that's in addition to some other issues that you raised within your constituency. On your way here, what's the situation? Have things improved a little bit, or is still?
Well, no, it's interesting.
So first of all, you drive or you're driven?
I drive.
You drive yourself, yes. Okay. All right.
In actual fact, let me say good morning to your good self and to our viewers, cherished viewers out there. Let me start by saying that every week that if I should return to Accra, there is a massive improvement on the road construction taking place.
Okay.
So yesterday when I was coming to Accra, I asked myself, I don't know if you've seen or heard Mr. Fenyumakin says something to the effect that in Parliament that, contractors doing the big push have abandoned sites, if you remember.
Yes, I recall.
So I was asking myself, which big push is Mr. Fenyumakin referring to as having been abandoned? I think that opposition, I don't know whether it's just a matter of throwing or bandying ideas or
his point was that all the contractors have abandoned sites for lack of resources because they don't have
they've been
starved resources. Yes.
So we ought to be specific so that we can interrogate it.
My bad, because when he said in the show, it was one of those comments that he made that I agree and apologize. I probably should have pressed him a bit to ask him which site.
The last time he came here?
Yeah. He mentioned it when
I was even referring to the one he said
in Parliament. Yes. He repeated it, and it honestly has escaped me. It didn't hit me for me to ask, this is about the second time you're saying this. Can you tell us which big push contract or which big push contracts have been abandoned and for what reason? Is it money or what? So it escaped me.
The president,
because that would have enriched
the
discourse.
finance minister, they have indicated without mincing words, that the big push money is available and the source is a sustainable source.
Right.
So there is no way there will be that shortfall. A typically GOG type of this thing that, now they will have to go and scramble, empty other coffers. No.
Yeah.
This particular contract is not like that. And so, week in, week out, you see significant development. A lot of, to dualize the entire, road from that stretch to Takoradi. In itself, you are constructing one additional lane of fresh road, which involves earthworks, right? Before you go to the next level, the bitumen and then the asphalting.
Right.
So that is a huge, and don't forget, apart from constructing a new one, you are also removing the old.
Yeah.
So a 4-lane, 2-lane, it's not an easy project to undertake.
Right.
Very audacious.
Is it a 2-lane or 4-lane?
Because if it is 2 here, 2 there.
Oh, okay, so that's 4.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I don't know,
So,
maybe they refer to it as a dual.
Yeah, dual carriage.
Yes, dual carriage.
So what it means, so do you know how long now it's going to take us to get to Cape Coast after the road is done? Do you have any idea? Because for now it's about 2.5 hours.
You know our problem.
Yes.
The problem we are facing in this country is that fresh road, we need asphalted roads so that our vehicles and other things will not get spoiled. And when they are done, because those aligning villages, right, will always want to sell by the roadside. Do you get the point?
Yes.
Then in the end, we end up putting what? Unauthorized road ramps.
Right.
That go, you see, in effect, they spoil the road.
Right.
So areas where I think there's supposed to be, road ramps, I think the contractors must be involved in that, because they will do the hump in such a way that even if a driver is not able to, maybe he's a first timer, is not able to see, because some of us have memorized all the road ramps from Cape Coast to Takoradi. So I know that from this stretch there's road ramp, I know that from this stretch there's a road ramp. What about others who are first time users? So we ought to be considerate about things of that nature.
Okay.
Either we are going to encourage some footbridges along the line, because you could see that in the Greater Accra stretch, because they know that there is a high population. So those ones, they do this, footbridges.
Okay.
So if government so minded, they can equally, in some of these areas where people just run about in a carefree manner, right? They can equally do that instead of destroying, or they can do this urban roads, Rambo strips.
Okay.
You see, Rambo strips equally delay, slows some, Rambo strips slow down some of these vehicular, over speeding and so on and so forth. And so we can equally resort to that. But
so it's not enough to construct the roads, but you have to check human behavior, human attitude.
Certainly.
Otherwise, it will still slow down the pace at which we can travel.
So by and large, in years back, when the Cape Coast to Takoradi road was not riddled with road ramps, it was 45 minutes.
Oh, from Accra to Cape Coast?
From Cape Coast to Takoradi.
From Cape Coast to Takoradi, okay.
Until later on, you see population growth here and there, then road ramps were made.
Well, I schooled in Cape Coast. And
either we do something differently.
Okay.
We can have cameras in areas demarcated 50, 60 or 80. Right? So that when you don't need a policeman there who is just there to, do whatever things that they want to do. You have those things there. People have been informed, educated. So naturally, if it is a place where you have a town or small, village, and you have 50 there, if you go beyond that, your ticket is sent to you.
Yes, Omomo. It's deducted.
You pay the fine. It is deducted. You pay the fine.
Yes,
so
as it pertains in the...
Yes, we don't need a policeman there. And as time goes on, it will be imprinted on the mind of the citizen that these are the places that you cannot go beyond 50, 60, or 80. So naturally, you slow down. You don't need a policeman who is hiding in the curve to show that, what's it called? Is it jet, whatever they call that?
Right.
Speed.
Oh, the,
I forgot
the
name.
I get it. This escaped me too. It escaped me too, yes.
You don't need that.
It checks your level of speed.
It checks your level of speed.
Yes.
They will just be hiding in the curve, and then suddenly they will but if you know that that place is 60, 70, 80, you go beyond that. You don't need human interference.
Right.
And once you know that, once you pay that fine, it is used for a specific, purpose. It helps to build the city.
Right.
It helps to maintain the roads.
Right.
It helps to do other things that will help the government or the state.
Okay.
Apart from that, let me mention.
You can call them radar guns.
Okay.
Yes.
Radar guns.
Or laser guns.
Okay. Thanks for the information.
Right.
Let me use this medium to also draw the attention of the Deputy Minister of Transport, Madam Afitofi Honorable.
Okay.
She is the MP for Jomoro.
Yes. Yes.
And that stretch of road from Efasu, or even before Efasu, to Newtown, which is also called Avdin. As I told you earlier on, that stretch, they have always been voting for the NDC.
Okay.
So if today the NDC has come into government, and fortunately for the people of Jomoro, they have a deputy minister who is in charge of transport. I'm using this medium to let her know that the people there are not happy.
What's happening?
The road there is not a road. It's a bunker.
Whoa.
It did not start under this government. It goes way back. The MPP government, I remember that the NDC one under Mr. Mahama gave the contract from Jowaf up to Newtown, the place I mentioned. And then they lost their elections. MPP comes. This investigation that they said they were doing to take an audit of it. So it was later on that the MPP, because the material, everything had been there, then they did that. But they did that and they stopped short at what I call Efasu.
Okay.
So there is a particular town that the bad road starts. I've forgotten the name of that town. So what's it called, Newtown. So I'm taking this opportunity to advise her that the people over there have been very steadfast and dedicated to the NDC over the years. Maybe because of the Nkrumah's background.
Okay.
Because that's the all in Zemes. You see, so if CPP is not strong enough, you remember how Dr. Nkrumah's daughter won.
Yeah.
All these people were part of those who made her win that particular election. But once the MPP and President Akufo-Addo virtually tried to erase, you see, the things that what Dr. Nkrumah stood for, then they turned again, right? And then they voted massively for the NDC.
Right.
I think they cannot betray them.
Okay.
And that is an information to her. Finally, there's something that has always agitated my mind. And I think, Moro, you'll be interested.
Right.
You see that over the years, when we do advertisement on some food product and alcoholic beverages and other things, I stand to be corrected though. They say that this advertisement is approved.
Yes, by the FDA.
By the FDA. Now, I see some lacuna there. Is it the product that is approved by the FDA or the advertisement? And if it is both, does the FDA have the mandate of the ethical implications of good advertisement? Should it not be this particular state institution, Media something?
Media Foundation, was it in the National Media Commission? What you?
Where Ayabuafo?
Yes, used to be the boss. Yes.
shouldn't they be the one approving the advertisement, not the product? The ethical implications of it. I've been thinking about this over the years. It is just that today, my mind is drawn onto it.
No, here's the thing. The FDA has a very simple mandate. And their mandate is to say that this product is okay, it's fine.
Consumption.
You can consume it or you can use it.
Yes.
That's what they do. Of course, the difference in mandate and mission between them and the Uganda Standards Board is not that big. The Uganda Standards Board, it's just that they do a lot of things without food. As the Uganda Standards Board, they have nothing to do with food.
I think they're authority now.
Yes, sorry, it says that it's an authority. But when it comes to food, and everything that we consume that goes into our system is the Food and Drugs Authority. So there's food and drugs, right? Now, once they have endorsed or once they have blessed this particular product or they have approved it, technically speaking, it's an approval.
Yeah.
Typically, what a marketing campaign will do is to let the public know that don't be scared to buy this product because it's been approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. Do you get it? Because you and I know that first of all, it is illegal to advertise a product which has not been approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. That's the first one. The buyer of the product himself is liable to prosecution if you buy a product which has not been approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. So in order to assure the safety, the wholesomeness, and the kosherness of this product, the marketing campaign or the marketing communications will seek to let you know that it is okay for you to buy the product. Now, when it comes to the ethical side of things, that one, I don't think it's even an NMC matter, because the NMC matter would come in with a platform, the media platform upon which the advert is being advertised. If, for instance, there's something wrong with the product, or somebody consumes the product or uses the product, and the product is bad, you can't go and tell NMC that, oh, NMC, one of your people, the people you are regulating, okay, have allowed their platforms to be used to advertise a product which is problematic. You understand? Either maybe goes against our culture or whatever it is. You can't blame the NMC for doing that unless, of course, you can state, confidently that this thing is so bad and it doesn't have to be on television or it doesn't have to be on media. But if it doesn't have to go on media for advertising, then the Food and Drugs Authority perhaps should not even approve it.
I think that...
Unless, of course, I'm not getting the point you're making.
No.
Okay.
The devil's advocate has been beautifully played by Moro.
Okay.
I think that NMC, I'm giving them a task. Probably they can go and seek interpretation. You see, the ethics of the advertisement, trying to advertise the product is not the mandate of the FDA. Because what about any form of advertisement that is neither a product that ought to be consumed, but probably if I'm advertising this book, for example, that's going to have to do with FDA. I don't know how standard authority will you call it come in. But if the ethics of the advertisement is not good enough, I think that NMC must be interested. So this is my proposition.
Okay.
I think they can sit FDA down. Having advertised this lacuna.
Give me a typical example.
I think
give me a typical example.
I'm coming. If the advertisement is being done, this is approved by FDA and NMC. They should be included. So that they also get, some sort of IDF and recognition.
Oh, but I'm not sure if the National Media Commission...
They can exploit.
Anyway.
Unless their mandate does not stretch to that level. Because I think that, you know, when you are showing a movie, right, which is adult rated, for example, who comes in?
Of course, the National Media Commission.
It is because of the ethics. You are breaching the ethics.
Right.
So the advertisement itself, in the mind of the FDA, because the product is approved, you don't expect the one advertising not to say that FDA has approved of it. FDA has indeed approved of it. But why do you think that, I think whether it is FDA was the one that came out with this information that certain personalities within the media space should not be advertising alcoholic beverage.
Yes.
Was it the FDA?
Yeah, of course, the FDA.
That is ethics.
Because those products have not been approved by the FDA.
They have. But they are saying that alcoholic beverages should not be advertised. I think from the morning, or if it is in the evening after 8 p.m. By certain individuals, that is, they said, influencers. Because kids are listening, they are watching. So they feel that certain influencers, right, should not be. So for example, if you're Jokoto,
yes,
right, they were all prescribed. From, you know, so if you hear the advertisement in terms of alcoholic beverages, it goes beyond a certain time.
Okay.
So I think that this is something that is food for thought. They can explore that. It is not fair a complaint.
So because the thing is, you know, the National Media Commission, I'm not sure even has the right to regulate content on TV. Really. But anyway, I think that it's worth exploring. It's worth having a conversation around this particular issue.
There's another issue but it has escaped me, so maybe at another time.
Okay.
You see, there are certain things that we do in this country that we gloss our eyes over. Can you imagine this new road, Accra to Takoradi or to Cape Coast or Winneba?
Right.
When you get to Bujumbura, until last 2 weeks or last week thereabout, there were women who were selling bread where the street light ought to be. So in the middle of the road, because the road is still under construction and they must eat, you know, they must sell. And even the bread is wrapped in what's it called? Is it rubber, polythene? But look at the dust that is generated in that area. And they are sitting there selling without nose masks. And I don't think that the bread, because it is covered by a polythene, is immune to the dust. Like, for example, if you get to where they are selling the onion market, the guys there standing in the dust, no nose mask. I don't know whether it does not even affect the quality of the onion. With all this dust, it surprises me.
Yeah.
You see, sometimes poverty, the Greeks will tell you that poverty is evil.
You know, maybe when we begin to vote for our local authorities, some of these things they can deal with them. Because the Health Inspector Directorate is all under the Assembly. And if you have an MMDC or you have a mayor or whatever it is, you vote for the person and the person feels that they are accountable to the people. Because you want the people to vote for you in the next elections. You can deal with some of these things. But here, we have a situation where the MMDCs feel that they are more accountable to the president. That's the electing authority, or the appointing authority, let me put it that way. And that's the challenge we have. So the president has actually hinted that in 2027, they're going to add some of the recommendations by the CRC into the district assembly elections, the referendum. And one of it, I believe, has to do with this, the election of MMDC. So we'll see how that goes. Of course, you know, it's an entrenched clause in the Constitution. So, Doc, you know, this is your season. When I say this is your season, because you teach political science.
Oh no.
You teach governance. You have been expressing your thoughts for many years on matters that bother on the governance of the two political parties, the NDC and the APP. I'm talking about politics of the two political parties, how they reorganize, their campaign messages, who they put up for elections, and so on and so forth. And generally, the attitude when they even come to power. So, as you do know, the NPP is still undertaking its internal reforms, internal reorganization, and they're almost there. They're almost done, because just this weekend they did the regional organizations, and on October 3 they'll be doing the national elections as well. Now, I would want to pick your thoughts when I come back from this break, what you make of this weekend's event, some of the winners and losers, and more importantly, the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's admonition and his message to the candidate, both losing and winning candidates, some of them who visited him in his house. We'll play the video for you to listen to what he has to say, and then you can do an analysis of what Dr. Bawumia has said. And then also we can look at, when you look at the people who have won, what are the party delegates telling Ghanaians? Because it appears that most of them actually retained their seats. It's just a few who lost it. Stay with us. You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water. One for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste. Wow. I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits, happy smile.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Femi Kalika, just call me cockroach.
Now, Mr. Femi once now.
Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain was key to double the action. Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Femi sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso.
Come tum preko.
Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM and Metro Digital, under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff, proudly present the Clean Conference 2026. Theme: Assessing Ghana's progress towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030. SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation. SDG 7, Clean Energy. And SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Friday, 21st August 2026, 9 a.m. at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. With just 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? The answers begin with one national conversation. The Metro and Original Sanitation Conference with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. In attendance will be the Gamanche, His Royal Majesty King Takiteko True II. The Clean Conference, bringing together government, development partners, industry players, academia, civil society, and all Ghanaians. Change is not only in conference rooms, so there will be a cleanup exercise on Saturday, 22nd August 2026, also led by the Chief of Staff. Join thousands of volunteers for this massive cleanup exercise across the major streets of Accra. Metro Clean Conference, Wahuni Diema or Maini Tumpong.
Yeah, hello there. I'm excited to be with you at this particular time. This is Dr. Okoboy, and we all know that health is wealth, and you can't have good health with a bad environment or poor sanitation. So it's good news. We are having our sanitation conference this August 21st, and it's a pleasure to invite you to participate, to learn about something new, and to help us protect our environment. Sanitation is serious business, and you have to be there. Thank you for listening. All the best.
This is a very great day. We have the newly elected Greater Accra Regional Executive, led by the chairman, Okoboy, Dr. Okoboy. Let me congratulate you all, and also congratulate the constituency chairman who are here. We've all fought a solid battle, and you've been here. I know Dr. Okoboy very, very well. We are very good friends. He's a good man. He's a unified, and he's very humble, if you know him. And I believe that he is going to really bring us a lot of seats in Greater Accra. The goal for all of us, is to win the 2028 election. This is just a stepping stone towards winning 2028. As a party, we have been engaged in an exercise of reorganization. We've had our polling station elections, we've had our electoral area, we've had our constituency, we've now had our regional elections, and we will culminate that process on October 3rd with the national elections. And therefore, at the end of that, the party will be in a good position to have that vehicle that drives us to victory in 2028. So there's a lot of work ahead of us, and we are going to do that work in unity. If we are united, I'm telling you, we will win 2028. That is the key ingredient for victory. It's unity, and that is what I want to really plead, that this election is over. You've had competitors. Let us come together, and I believe in what Dr. Okoboy has said, that he would do everything to bring everybody and use everybody's talents, because if we keep our talents, at home or in the cupboard, it doesn't help the party. We want to use everybody's talents to get victory for the party, and I want to emphasize that. I am open to work with everybody. As Okoboy says, You guys have used my name a lot. But thankfully the name is not yet finished. We'll go for national, we'll still use it. But that is fine. That is very fine. We just thank God for this party. I think that Okuboy said earlier that you are all going to do my bidding. I'm doing the party's bidding. So we are really all doing the party's bidding. The party has elected all of us to win power in 2020. And we are really going to commit ourselves to doing exactly that. I can assure you of maximum cooperation as we go forward. You know, all of you know me pretty well. And I want to work directly with each and every one of you. You find access to me easy, unless you don't have my number. If you send me a WhatsApp, even at 3 a.m., I'm likely to respond. Isn't that the case? Yeah, I mean, I will respond to you. You are a major executives of the party, and I will respond to you at any time of the day or night that I have access to my phone, that I can respond to you. If there's anything that you think you need to bring to my attention, you bring it to my attention immediately. Maybe Prophetess Naomi, if you have a prayer to give to me, you can also give to me at any time. You know, so feel free. This one of the things about MPP, which I'm always so proud of, is that our delegates don't make mistakes in electing people. They don't make mistakes. They are very discerning. They don't make mistakes in electing our executives. So whatever they decide, it's usually the right decision. And we are interested in winning power. And our delegates have given us the best people to win the power in 2028. So let's work together. I thank you so much for coming here. You are the first of all the regions to come, and it's right.
You have to ask permission.
So I'm very, very happy that you have done so. I've seen Jeff Kasim is coming also. Welcome. Yes. So congratulations. May God bless all of us. Thank you very much.
Womon chairman nim say mayor wonders. Okay. I was born region. Me be a regional youth organizer. Me catch them say you be wonders. I was born half. Enti muti say say dun katie dwana num ana wa wi ne bono nyina na no ye general secretary. You we need 26 from ayi bosso ekosi atebugu. You we need 26. Okay. Enti ne chart in the money one. Ne catch them say wonders a year 2016 no. Chart na to ye be yes I wonders in 2028. No. Say me do mo ba be ye adumadene ama party no reclaim ye sisi e wo region mu nyina. Wo ma me no mo ko ye ni nyina no. Aye mrantia na mpanyimfo a na omo nsua adwuma wo me ho. O man nsua adwuma na nwie na omo so o mate o mo. Mere ba pon be ho. O hwe onabo ya afo a eye onabo kosi ame a kire me ne ba afo awia na de ne ma me se me nkire na adwuma. Nti me kire na adwuma na o nsua nwie ora wa pon ne ho. Wo mu nyina o man pon o mo ho a o mo ate o mo ye se o mo ba no. Me bechi o matnasi na ya birthday united front said ye be ya ye betima win election 2028. What matters is say every vote count. So far as I call election 2028 and every vote count. One more matia that one way or the other no. Ye no be frasie. Ye be frasie me be jimre. Akom ho one after the other. I know ma kwa twetwen komo se be ya ye benya united front na ye ne aban na etiso ne de asie ni eti me hyame manfo nyina bo se dwumadi o mo de ahyɛ me nsa efie nan ni me hyɛ o manum nya 2028 beba wiye no wo mbeka se decision o mo make enne no enye decision o maye atoagu eti me do o mo nyina ase so o mo hwa animu se me no o mo ba be ye adwuma na party na pa ne ntoma pa afra
You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is live on 94.1 FM. My name is Audu Moro, and I'm here with Dr. Jonathan Otchere, who is a senior lecturer at University of Cape Coast, and also the executive director for the African Institute for Strategic Studies. Also joining us this morning is Professor Smart Sapong. He's the Director of Research and Innovation, Kumasi Technical University. Prof, good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I hope you're doing very well.
All is well.
Yeah. Quite uncharacteristic of you. You just turned up.
Yeah.
You're usually on time.
Yeah.
Something must have happened, I'm sure.
Absolutely. The road was taken over by a sports vehicle.
Oh.
Who decided to fix the sport vehicle
on the spot
on the road. Interesting, but
wow.
Sorry for the late arrival.
Yeah. We were surprised. We said, but Prof, you know. But it's always one of those things. I think the most important thing is that you're here, alive and kicking, and there's nothing. Everything is fine, basically. So whilst you were away, your other colleague, first of all, started by bringing some issues up, which has to do with roads from Cape Coast to Accra, and the fact that the roads have been done, and he was wondering what some critics were saying, that look, some contractors have abandoned sites, because from where he sits, almost all the big push roads were underway and everything was fine. In fact, just this morning, somebody just drew my attention to a publication on my journal online that says the government had released 23-point-something billion cedis to be given to contractors for them to continue to their big push projects. And then, of course, he raises the issue about the fact that, look, it's not enough for the roads to be built to have a first-class road, but we also have to check the attitude, especially those who are, the hawkers. And sometimes they can create unnecessary traffic and so on and so forth. Exactly. And you're saying that we must get to a point where, look, if we really want to make optimal use of the road, we must do one thing, which is, instead of always having police stand by highways and stopping cars and checking speed limits and so on, using their speed guns. It even escaped him, but I had to come in. It's actually the speed guns to check speed limits and things. Look, just have cameras everywhere. After every 20-30 millimeters, the cameras will capture you if you're overspeeding. And if you're overspeeding, you're just like it happens in America and in the advance.
You issue the ticket.
Exactly, you issue the ticket, or it's deducted from your account. And so those were the issues that he brought. And of course, he also drew the attention of the Jomoro MP, and that's Dr. Tofe, and the fact that the roads in her community are in very terrible shape, and she needs to fix it. Of course, he mentioned those specific roads. It's escaped me, but she knows. I'm sure she's watching somebody from the areas. They know the ones that the Prof is talking about.
Even from Tikobo to Afasini. It's terrible.
It's terrible. Okay. So those are the issues that he raised. And then, of course, he asked a question about FDA, and whether we should allow only FDA to sanction products that go on media houses to be advertised. Because yes, FDA has the mandate to approve the product, but there are sometimes ethical dimensions to the products that are being advertised, maybe the time the product is being advertised and the target audience and so on. So he's wondering whose responsibility is to check the platforms that these products are being advertised, even the timing. So here, ethics. And he gives an example of, for instance, if you are advertising, and back in the day, there was an issue about advertising alcoholic drinks in the morning, where kids are probably watching and so on. And he was wondering whether it should be the NMC or whose responsibility is to be checking that. So I said, well, he's asking very relevant questions, and that at the right time, we perhaps would have this conversation. But it's a very legitimate question, which is to say that, yes, Food and Drugs Authority approve, but is it possible for us to bring in the NMC to also check whether these products can be advertised on which platforms and at what time, so that two things happen. So that adverts are shown at the right time, but then NMC also gets to make some money, because you bring a product to Ghana or you produce there in Ghana, go and see NMC and go and see Food and Drugs Authority, so that they can also get something small. So there's economic benefits, and also, of course, there's also the social benefits of doing that. So that was what, those are the three key issues that he raised. But that's not part of why he's here. These are things that he just thought he should bring to attention. It's a newspaper review program, and we review what's in the paper. So I'm not going to give you the right to comment on what he's commented. As for this one, it is personal project.
Yes.
So you've not been
In fact,
invited.
we have some similarities. The Western roads that
he's talking about. Okay.
Remember the last time we were here, myself and himself, I also drew your attention and attention of the road minister to some bad roads in the 3 Amenfi constituencies. Amenfi East, Amenfi Central, and Amenfi West.
Yeah, I recall.
We still want to hammer on that and plead that they visit the Amenfi. In fact, in the entire Western region, Amenfi.
Sorry, are you originally from the Western region?
Yes, I'm maternally from Western region, paternally from the Eastern region.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I'm from.
You know all this one? I thought you were 100% Ashanti.
Oh,
as in from Ashanti region.
We are Akan,
yeah, of course, Akan. One family.
But I mean, paternally from.
Also Western and Central.
Oh, interesting.
I'm a Denchira.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. So paternally from Fantiakwa South, Begro, Insutem, Osino, and then maternally from Amenfi. But I mean, I'm mentioning particularly the roads in the 3 Amenfis because if they don't get the needed attention from the road minister in this government, it will mean that their loyalty to the NDC is being taken for granted. They are consistently
very loyal to the NDC.
Loyal to the NDC. So let's pay loyalty. Let's reward loyalty.
Right.
I know the MPs there might be doing their best, but I mean, as a citizen, as an indigent, I want to add.
That reminds me, Moro, you know, whenever we are coming to do a fashe in Central Region, specifically Cape Coast, you know, that's the time a lot more people come into Cape Coast in terms of tourism, places to sleep and other things. Most often than not, and every government, they've always fixed the potholes. They've always fixed the potholes, at least, and then they'll fix the street lights. Do you get the point? This time around, the current MC, I don't know what is happening. The stretch from
virtually no preparation was done
for that fashion.
Yes, from Bedu straight through Abra. So heavily populated area. You want to see the road there through the road. And this time on even Cape Coast. You know, we have north and south. I see the potholes in there. Is it beyond that? This is the time that the finance minister has released. It's not as if central government is the one detecting. So unless it is just a lip service, if they don't have the resources and they don't have the resources to do that, they should let us know that central government has not released the kinds of things that they said they have released. Rather than that, it's a shame. And I had one young boy who is a guy in the whole NDC and saying very bad things about the mayor. Yes.
I mean, anyway.
Especially the roads.
So the roads, we will still keep pleading. I'm sure Joanna from Amenfi Central, Member of Parliament, in fact, I would rate her area as the poorest.
Wow.
Poorest. Amenfi Central.
Poorest. That is where Joanna is. She's doing well too. Maybe she should avert her mind to the roads.
There are some things that go beyond the capacity of the Member of Parliament.
Of course.
And that's why we keep calling on the roads minister, especially the roads minister.
Yes, it's important.
Our place, the roads there, Moro, is bad.
It appears that generally,
if you're not even able to do, just make it more trouble in the meantime.
Some areas are quite
Make it more trouble in the meantime. So that when they duly budgeted for, then you can fix it.
But for the kind of
procurement thing too.
But for the kind of politics we do, you know, under normal circumstances, MPs are not supposed to be pressured to do these roads. But
not at all. They do promise the people of those. That's why. So right now, the MPs there are suffering, kind of. You see them trying to do the lobbying and all those things, but the people don't care what extent of lobbying you are doing.
So you can imagine.
They want to see you actually fix them.
You can imagine if we had decided that we're going to allow all and sundry to participate in the district assembly elections, so in electing our MMDCs. So if you have a place where the MMDC, which is where a Metropolitan District Chief Executive, is not in the same political party as the MP, and the kind of frustrations they can create, they can cause for them. You know, so I'm saying that they have their, because you just mentioned about you just mentioned these areas, and you're talking about how the local authorities, they are not that popular because they've not done what they're supposed to do, and it's affecting the MPs too. You know, if you're not on the same wavelength with that with the MMDCs, how are you going to approach the person and say, look, we have a problem here, deal with it? You know, anyway.
So a situation where they are all aligned, the same political party. Why is this not? But you see, my brother says something. I've seen 2 videos on social media in which the electorate or the citizens over there are praising the MP for the road that has been constructed. As for they said 28 years, they've not seen, they've lived in dust. And that is consumptive. Then the other one is the one where the trade minister is. They said 22 years. They've not seen this thing. So they are praising the minister. And then I'll forward this. You see the irony in there.
And the MPs take the shine when those things are done. So they are part of the whole thing.
So they also take the pressure when it's not being done. Okay, all right.
So the question is it possible that a central government can sabotage the re-election of its own
member of parliament? Especially when their interests, the people with the resources,
they can machinate in such a way that internal primaries they will kick you out, because in the minds of the people you are not performing.
Absolutely.
That's true.
I don't know whether I refer to a post from Caleb on the potential presidential candidates where he thinks that there are some 3 potential very key ministers belonging to the same cabinet. One is finance, one is agric, one is this. But the one with the money has detected that if he should resource, you saw that post. I'll push it to you.
I know.
It was on Caleb City.
Okay, yeah, the City guy.
So he said, what should the government do? And what should the people do? Because it's like you are deliberately denying key sectors of your own government funding, so that they will appear unpopular.
That assertion is a bit difficult to accept. You see, because the finance minister works for and on behalf of the president.
Yes.
Of course, the people of Ghana, but essentially, look, this is a private finance minister who says, I have the full backing of the president. So whatever he does, he has the full backing of the president. Do we honestly think that President Mahama will sit down and watch the finance minister sabotage somebody just because perceptually?
The correction I want to offer is that if the finance minister works for the president, he is accountable to parliament.
Yes.
So he's an executive and the parliament legislative wing. To parliament, we have approved some amounts of money, we have appropriated some funds to you.
Yes.
Give it to the various sectors of the economy to grow. You get it? So if you are not giving out the appropriated finances, for me, I will insulate the president from this. It doesn't get to. You see,
but I'm saying, but you see, Prof, I get the point you're making. That the president has done his part. You go and do the distribution and the allocations. I get it, but I'm saying that when they go to cabinet meetings, all kinds of issues come up.
Absolutely.
If a certain sector minister thinks or believes that they are being shortchanged, or they are not being treated fairly, or they are not being paid, they are not being given the right, how do you call it, sufficient attention to their ministry, they have every opportunity to bring it up in cabinet.
Do you know the total?
And the president,
do you know
assuming
the
the president
total appropriation that was sent to the Greek ministry last year?
I don't have the figure.
I'll find out.
Okay, so I'm just saying.
You will appreciate where he's also coming from, but
yeah, but I'm saying no. But I'm just saying that. You see, 2 things. Cabinet sits on Thursdays. Number 2, this president, and I'm sure with that.
But there are realities as well. You understand? So I have sat down and asked myself, I don't know if that is the case, but in any government, not this specific one, if you have a situation where a finance minister is interested in becoming a presidential candidate.
We don't know that for a fact.
That's why I said it is speculation.
Okay, speculated, okay.
And I said anywhere.
Okay.
When a finance minister, I didn't say
okay.
I said,
as a matter of
finance minister is interested probably in becoming a presidential candidate. And his compeers are equally ministers. If you're not careful, that government can collapse.
Of course.
So, as you said, unless the president willfully decides that all those who are interested, just let me know so that I can take a decision. I don't want a situation where I tell you something, you say you are doing it behind me, you don't do it.
Not doing it.
And you see, a government is a corporate entity. You don't expect individual ministers who have future interest to come out in the open space and be complaining. At best, what they can do is at the cabinet level by drawing their attention. And then sometimes to strategically. You don't want your opponent to feel that,
absolutely,
yes, you feel pained by what he's doing. So what you do is to use other means to raise the needed, funds to ensure that your project, those things, are oil. So at the end of the day, as you said, it is the legacy of the president that they should all be bothered about. But believe me, if you sabotage, for example, agric or education or whatever, what that means is that even when you emerge, you still need their record, right? So if the record is bad, it's definitely going to affect your chances.
Of course.
Whoever, whether it is education, whether it is agric or it is finance. So it is said in our local
language. So I'm saying that it will be counterproductive. It's like cutting your nose to spite your face. At the end of the day, you need all those sectors to function normally and optimally. Yeah. So you cannot be, in any case, who says that there's a direct correlation between supposedly sabotaging somebody and perhaps killing the person's political ambitions? There is some correlation, but how strong is it? Okay, because the elections, it's an internal elections.
Absolutely.
And the two of you have said it time and again that there are all kinds of variables that go into electing somebody beyond just whether the person performed in their portfolio or not. Key amongst them is how you relate to the people.
Absolutely.
Right? So if you're relating to the people you're relating with the people, and here I'm talking about delegates effectively, and let's me say in your portfolio you didn't do too well, then that will come at the national level, where Ghanaians will want to ask, okay, how did you perform? But for internal elections, the dynamics are very nuanced. So don't think that, if you sabotage somebody, then you would be hurting the person's political ambition. That's why I am struggling to really understand where those who think that
it is both apparent and real. It is both apparent and real.
Okay. It's not actually a topic for discussion today.
Yes.
The topic of discussion today is that the NPP is undertaking internal reorganization. And the two of you are here to give us your opinion on. Look, this matter will come up at the right time. I'm sure from next year. It's very interesting.
Currently, you have an education minister who sits in cabinet and would have spoken out of sure cabinet assurance that he has clearance to recruit some
number of years.
You get it?
Yes.
And that every resources thereon has been instructed to the finance minister to release him for same to happen.
Yes.
If he appears to be worried, would you call it a real sabotage or an apparent sabotage?
You see, again, that matter, Prof. Let's put it in this proper perspective and proper context. When a party is campaigning for power, you make all kinds of promises. When a party comes to power, you draw a budget, or let's say you create what's the word? You do a budget.
Yes.
Let me simply put it that way. And in that budget, you tell what you intend to do.
Absolutely.
Depending on how much money you're able to raise.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, when you say that this year we're going to recruit X number of whether health nurses or whatever it is. Okay. Now, if that doesn't happen, it's one possibility is that you've not been able to raise enough revenue to pay for the number of workers you promised that you would be recruiting. That's one possibility. The second possibility is that you raise the money, but for some reason you rather want to spend the money on something else, and that's why you've not been able to give it to the person. My point is that when the recipient of that budgetary allocation says, look, I know that there's pressure for me to recruit you, but unfortunately, contrary to what I was promised, that is not what has been delivered. Now, would you blame this other sector minister who's supposed to be paying the workers, or you blame the president? I'm saying that the president ultimately
decides how much
will decide whether or not the number of health workers or teachers who are supposed to be recruited actually gets recruited based on his knowledge of the numbers. Or based on his knowledge of how much money is available.
The other side of the conversation. The other side of the conversation.
Oh, you think that when Aruna made that comment, you think the president has not heard it?
The other side of the conversation is that if I'm with Jonathan in cabinet,
yes,
and cabinet agrees that I award to Jonathan or I allocate to Jonathan maybe 1,000 cedis
yes,
for recruitment to buy Wachi.
Yes.
Depending on the cordiality relationship between.
Yes.
Once I have had the president's instruction, I will immediately push it.
Yes.
Such that by the time maybe Moro comes, I have sorted out all my.
Prof, that's what I'm saying. That it is always subject to the availability of resources.
Yes.
Always important.
So is it by
subject?
Is it by accident?
Remember,
is it by accident that the road ministry is getting huge allocations?
Good. That's
or
it
is priority.
That's a very important point. That's a very important
priority
point.
Planned
guess
or
what?
by accident?
No, but guess what? Every political party that comes to government have what we call their flagship programs.
Yes.
And they will never start that flagship program.
Wow.
1D, 1F. A friend saying one village, one down. You know what I'm saying? They will always make sure that
advocacy.
That's priority spending.
You are playing this morning is legendary. Because
anyway,
if it is a matter of the flagship programs,
they say,
then you've not done check other areas as well.
Monumental.
Prof, I can assure you that if there are real issues there, that ought to come to our attention for us to discuss. I'm assure you. The good thing is that the two of you will come here from time to time. May not be not every Monday, but from time to time you'll be here. And I'm sure that from next year, if indeed there are real issues, I can assure you that it will come up. It would definitely come up. If there aren't any issues, it won't come up. But let's see how it goes. I mean, as for us, we are watchers of the space. Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Remember where some monies were alleged to have been allocated to the Agric Ministry and the PRO from that? How do you call that one? Is it?
Well, it's called protecting reputation.
But later on, the Greek minister did very well in an interview.
Oh yes.
By suggesting that
everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
But of course, in the media, that's maturity.
Everything fine.
That's maturity.
Outside gentility.
The two of them have their own suspicions. Anyway, we'll see how it goes.
There won't be smoke without fire. Okay. So those things can be cured so that it doesn't spread into people's minds.
So is it the question I asked you? Is it a matter of government priority? It is a priority because it has found space in the budget.
Yes.
That makes it a priority.
Look.
So by the period of releases, it doesn't mean that the money is available.
Okay.
We are now going to work, you see, for the money.
Yes.
Get more taxes, revenue here and there, so you can do proper allocation.
You recall, during the MPP's regime, you recall that the finance minister was talking about how much money was being spent on free SHS. Okay. And his admonition to, I won't say admonition, and the opinion he expressed that, look, he actually would even wish that, look, people who can pay should pay for their wars instead of this wholesale application of free SHS. At the time, because he's looking at the numbers, he's looking at how much money he's spending on free SHS. Okay. But just around that same time, Hawa Kumsin, who was being granted an interview, or somebody was interviewing her, said, look, you want 1D, 1F, but look at how much money I've been given to execute 1D, 1F. Because a normal dam, and I'm using normal here in quote, should cost X amount of money, but I've just been given 250,000 cedis. What can I use the 250,000 cedis? I'm just raising this point for you to understand, say, every president has their priorities. Anybody who has followed John Mahama's politics has always been on this thing about infrastructure. And that's why in 2016, you looked at almost all the adverts that were being played. It was about what we call the Circle Dubai, Kotoka International Airport, some roads that have been built. He's very, very, very heavy, very passionate about infrastructure. And he's explained that the reason we travel abroad is because we like the infrastructure and so on and so forth. And so he wants to create a Ghana that sort of disincentivizes people. Aha. You know, and that if the economy is going to grow, infrastructure plays a key. So I'm saying that. So you will then begin to understand why the money is available.
So in effect, you have already given us a priority.
Of course,
the president.
Big Push is a big
So
priority.
it is not accident. Yes. Big Push is part of the flagship program.
Yeah, it is. It is. So it's 24
Feed Ghana is equally part.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so find out exactly the allocations there as well. But
the
finally,
Doc, sorry for the point I'm trying to make is this: that even in priority, there's a priority list. In fact, there are a hierarchy of priorities.
Scale of preference.
Scale of preference. Thank you. So
priority within priorities.
Yeah, exactly. So the political parties will talk about their flagship programs, plural. But people will say even amongst those priorities,
obviously,
one is more about
that. Let me tell you what an anecdote that is attributed to the first president.
Yes.
At the time that he was dethroned or kicked out.
Yes.
He said that if he knew, if it is not true, I'll say it. If he knew that Ghanaians wanted milk in their homes, he would have piped it.
Yes.
Food. The basic thing for every human being is food.
Yes.
So you cannot only prioritize
and education.
You see, you must eat before you get yourself educated.
Look,
you have to live.
Doc,
you understand? Yes. You have to live.
They say
if you don't live,
a hungry man is an angry man. But I'll tell you, today's sleepers. There was actually a story where the president talked about how much he intends to spend on agri this year. Now, good. It says government to invest $10 billion into agro processing, according to Mahama. That's how much he intends to spend. I'm not the one saying it. It's on the news center.
Was it captured in the budget?
Well, that would have to check. But it's an expression of intentions. And the fact that he...
I know that the budget, spoke about a list of equipment that they're going to use for the farm gate.
Yes.
That is a very beautiful thing that if it is actuated, I think they have a number of constituencies that they intend to, because I think they inaugurated or...
I think it's called something farm centers.
Yes. Farm gate.
Mechanization.
Yes, where they're going to have all these...
Exactly, mechanization centers, yes.
Where they're going to have all these implements there, right? So what they do is that the farmers need them, and then they will just deploy. So they would not pay anything.
Exactly.
But they will use their produce to defray the cost. And that will bring a lot of food into the system.
Yeah, of course.
When food is cheap, when you spend less than 10% of your earnings on food, it means you can save, you'll be able to afford your rent, you can pay your hospital bill, you'll be able to pay the school fees of the world.
Are people complaining more about roads than even food?
Well, roads, but you see, the road sector does not create a lot more jobs than
no doubt.
Because
in fact,
how many people can
sector has
operate?
Not been doing too well in the last few years, and people are attributing it to what in theory we call a Dash disease. We have identified good, and it looks like we're not paying that much attention to
over the years.
So,
but I think this is the first time in about 2 years that we are having single-digit food inflation.
Food inflation.
2 years in a row.
It's not bad.
Yes,
not bad.
Last time that the NPP left office, 2024, it was 27 point something.
Okay.
And they've brought it down. They've done well.
Okay, that's fine. So gentlemen, I want us to now. You see, now we're going to start a newspaper review. My guests today have hijacked my show.
You are equally interested with your advocacy.
So I'll do the Daily Guide and then also the Herald for today. Two very interesting, what I call angles to the story. And it's about the MPP's regional elections. So the two of you, I'm sure, will do justice in your way of analysis. And of course, what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has said when the Greater Accra Regional executives paid him a visit. It was a courtesy call on him. So the Daily Guide today is reporting, by Daily Guide reporting that the opposition New Patriotic Party has elected new regional executives across the country, with elections held last Saturday, August 15, 2026, described as peaceful despite keen contest in several regions. Now the polls, which form part of the party's preparations for the 2028 general elections, have ushered in new leadership in some regions, while incumbents retain their positions in offices. In others, Now, in the Greater Accra region, former Minister of Health, Dr. Bernard Okoboy, we had predicted Okoboy was going to win, and we gave him our full blessing. So congratulations to you, Dr. Okoboy. Now, Dr. Bernard Okoboy secured a decisive victory to become the new regional chairman. Dr. Okoboy polled 490 votes to defeat Ahmed Boy, who obtained 172. That's a landslide, isn't it? All right. Now, his victory comes as the NPP seeks to rebuild their fortunes in the region after suffering significant losses in the 2024 general election. The party, which previously held 14 of the region's 34 parliamentary seats, was reduced to 5 following the 2024 polls. Dr. Okoboy has pledged to lead the rebuilding effort and strengthen the party's grassroots structures while also working towards the election of the NPP's 2028 flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, as president. Now, from the Northern region, Eric Combat reports from Tamale that the incumbent regional chairman, Mohammed Bantema Adam, popularly known as Samba, retained his position after defeating 3 other contenders. Now, Bantema Adam polled 215 votes, followed by Inus Amadou with 122 votes, Hussein Musa with 44 votes, and Salifur Rahman Momon with 5 votes. Western region, that's Dr. Jonathan Autry's region. He says that they were told that Emmanuel Puku reports from Aguna Nkwanta that a businessman, Ignatius Kwame Frith, I'm sure you know him, emerged as the new regional chairman after defeating former regional organizer Abdul Ganiyu Mohammed. Now, he secured 265 votes against Mr. Ganiyu's 102 votes. The new chairman pledged to re-energize the party's grassroots base and work towards winning a majority of the region's 17 parliamentary seats in the next general election. Now, in Volta region, we're told Daniel K. Orlando is reporting from Ho that Makafu Kofi Wanya retained the regional chairmanship after a closely fought contest with his long-standing challenger, Joseph Homenya. So that's in the Volta region. Now, if you go to the Bono region, we're told Kwame Bafo, popularly known as Abronya DC, has retained the NPP regional chairmanship after defeating 4 other contestants in a closely contested election. Mr. Bafo polled 201 votes to secure another mandate to lead the party's regional structures and coordinate its activities across the region. He was followed by Yaofo with 44 votes and Joseph Mensah with 31 votes. Now, so Bawumia calls for unity. Meanwhile, the flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has called for unity within the party following the successful conclusion of the regional executive elections. In a statement issued by there's something wrong with this story, right? Okay, all right. So it says it will strengthen the party and position it for victory in the 2020 presidential and parliamentary elections. He also commended all candidates who offered themselves for service and urged those who were unsuccessful with support and work with the newly elected executive. So we'll put up there. Here we go. These are the various winners of the regional elections of the new patriotic party. So in Western region, we have Ignatius Kwesi Efrifa, Kwame Bafo Abronye, Bono region, Odenoho Kwekwapi Ashanti region, Robert Safo Mensah, Ahafo region, Ibrahim Bukari Baba, Bono East region, Alhaji Idrisu Suleiman, Savannah region, you have Bernard Okoboy, Greater Accra, you have Jekonedo Ado, Eastern region, you have Mohammed Batima Adam, Samba. This one is, I think, his third term, I believe so. Northern region, that's Dr. Frank Yonchi, Oti region, Alhaji Mohammed Hussein in Northeast region, and also Elvis Wonekai Figo, Upper East region, and there's Abdul Aziz Abdul Rahman, Upper West region, and there's Makafu Kofi Wanya, Volta region, Dr. Joseph Kobina Esibo, Central region. Familiar names there. So first of all, what do you make of the elections and some of the names that have come up? Any surprises here and there?
Familiar names, maybe about 3 or 4.
About 3 of them, okay.
For me, the euphoria that usually surrounds internal elections was absent.
Okay.
In this
There's no euphoria?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if not the last, the 9th hour that we had some of the media houses talk about this, I think that it would have been organized under some kind of... the silence there is just quite uneasy. But that being said, I think they have done well.
Okay.
We need to congratulate them for...
But regional elections typically do not come with any euphoria, do they?
They should.
Okay.
They should, because they are the interface between the top echelon of the party.
What I'm asking is...
and the grassroots as well.
Typically, do regional elections come with euphoria?
The levels differ.
Yes.
If it is about the primaries for the MPship.
Okay.
I mean, that one, resources, a lot more resources are involved.
Okay.
If it is presidential, as well. So I'm very sure that the national elections will come out with that euphoria more than the regional.
Yes.
But obviously,
so the point I'm trying to make is that
if you had names that have clout,
okay,
you see, they make the elections stick.
Right. Now,
Abranye has won. I didn't even know he was going to contest again. You perhaps just realized that he won just this morning. So that should inform you that you are not too much interested.
Okay.
And Abranye's clout is for negativism. It's not a positive one. It's a negative kind of influence as far as the party is concerned.
But the delegates like it. The delegates like it.
The party, well, it is a reflection.
Of what?
Of what the delegates like.
Yes.
So you don't vote. I mean, at any point in time, leadership reflects the citizenry, right?
Yes.
In a delegate system, if this is the type of leader you want, then that is the kind of delegate they have. Because if this same person has supervised elections in that region, and today you've lost all the seats but one, and you still decide to vote for him, then I don't see the type of politics you are talking about, you are preaching. Do you really want the change? Or is it because he is a Baumia's boy? That is why maybe he had more resources at his disposal and probably won. But if it is a matter of the politics he does, the abuses, the uncouth language that he uses, if the delegates have voted for him, then it is a direct reflection of the type, it's a tacit approval of what he does. Don't forget that his role or influence is not only limited in Bunu, right? When it comes to national elections, that type of politicking he does would definitely have an effect on the national appeal, because what people will suggest is that we cannot allow such an individual to get close to power. That is what people will say. When it comes to the Ashanti region, for example, in my analysis on Onia TV, I said that it was very wrong on the part of the Wontumi camp or the Bawumia camp through the chief of staff to throw their weight behind Dr. Kokofu. Because Wontumi is now a negative publicity, not only to himself, but to the party in the region. Remember that the man had even decided to go for a national slot because he knew that his influence in Ashanti region was waning and people had had enough. So there was no way he was going to win the primaries, the regional primaries that was done yesterday. So he decided to go national. And that Koka, because he has been a perennial candidate, right, against Mr. Wontumi, is likely going to get sympathy vote. And a similar thing is what happened for, I think, the NASA chairman, Mr. Intim. Is it Intim Fojo?
Intim Fojo, yes.
Stephen
Intim. Oh, sorry, Stephen Intim.
Yes. So he had that sympathy vote. And when the electorate said that, Tamaso, I mean, they were tired and that they felt that he ought to be given a chance. In the same way, you see, Ashanti region is the hub. It's the umbilical cord of the MPP, you see. So they have that huge support base. But currently, the data or polls that have been conducted show that the youth is drifting from the MPP. And I think somewhere either Mr. John Boadu has equally alluded to that. If he did not, then I'm equally wrong on that. So it is a burden for the MPP. So obviously, they will need someone who can easily attract the youth back to the party. So I don't know if the decision to elect Mr. Koka will be of help to the party. I hope that really helps them in their fight or when they slug it out with the NDC come the 2028 elections. But you see, what the current government is equally doing and intends to do, especially when it comes to the the expressway, right, that the president intends to do. If he's able to do that, I think that the NPP should watch the Ashanti region. They may be shocked to the marrow. Then on the Greater Accra, which is the final.
Shocked? Positively or negatively?
Negatively.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because the youth is drifting.
Okay.
And that particular project, if it is done, will open up the entire Ashanti region.
Oh, you mean the expressway?
The expressway.
Oh, okay.
You get the point? It's a monumental project. If it is done, I mean, because what is the business? The business is that we vote for you, come and do development for us. But it appears, as my brother said, you take us for granted because we have an unaligned, an unflinching support. You see, so gradually people will be drifting, and that is something that could easily affect them.
Okay.
And finally, Onukuboy also said that he was going to win, because I think that it is just unfortunate that the Alfred boy who had contested the previous divine
was no match.
Was no match. Because, you know, Greater Accra, out of about
34
seats,
yep.
You know, they have 5 now.
Yep.
Only 5.
It's just, no, so the MPP held 14 of the region's 34 parliamentary seats before the 2024 elections, but has now been reduced to 5 after losing 8.
Yeah.
So in actual fact, if you look at the presidential elections from 1992 up to the 2024 elections, the MPP has won 3.
Okay.
Presidential.
Yeah.
I think 2000, 2004, and 2016.
Yeah.
So it was only 2020 that the NDC won, because usually if they win the Greater Accra, if you win Greater Accra,
yes,
you are likely to win the national elections.
Of course.
And so 2020 was a misnomer. And I don't even know why the current government has decided not to investigate the 2020 elections up to now. There's supposed to be a commission of inquiry. You see, a forensic audit to be done at the Electoral Commission.
Must do that.
I don't even know why they've not decided to do so. Because we all need to know exactly what happened, how the figures metamorphosed into this, into that, and so on and so forth. I mean, this is ordinary mathematics, but if there were, you know, some germane issues, we can equally find out as a nation. Because the Electoral Commissioner herself was not made to testify. If she had been made to testify, maybe this wouldn't have been an issue.
Okay.
You get the point? Okay. So Greater Accra, they've only won 3.
Yeah.
So FDC has won consistently about 7 of them. 7 presidential. So
6.
It is
6.
6?
Yes.
92.
In fact, we are in the 9th session, so if you take the 3 out, you are left with 6.
That's true.
That's it.
So that's
Really?
6. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we've had 9 elections, so once you take the 3 out, it's left with 6.
Yeah. So 6.
Really?
Yeah, it's 6.
Well,
92, 94, 2000. That's 3.
Okay.
And then you have 2009, 2012.
As in now, 9.
And there are 2 ways of explaining it, but this is one.
Okay.
But that one he doesn't agree. So
No.
Let's go
I'm not bothered about whether it is 7 or
Of course,
6.
of course, yeah.
The point is that it appears the Greater Accra, you know, has really been also the backbone of the NDC over the years. Maybe I did not do the counting properly. So, okay, you've done the counting, so that's okay. It's a statistics, so there is no need for. So I mean, it means that they have done veritably well than the NPP. So if you have Dr. Koboy, who is a very hard-working person, so then it means you have an intent, as it were, to wrestle some seats from the NDC. But only time will tell.
Okay.
I only have to wish him well.
All right. Prof, I'll bring you in, but I'll bring you in. But I would also read to you what the Herald, a very interesting angle that the Herald is introducing to the discussion, that you can put all of that together. But before we do, let me just say that this August, as you do know, the National Youth Authority is inviting all young people across Ghana to be part of the National Youth Month 2026. It's happening from 1st to the 30th of August and is on the theme, Rebuilding Values, Inspiring Patriotism and Empowering the Youth in a Digital Age. The celebration kicked off on Saturday, 1st August, with a National Voluntary and Community Service Day. This will be followed by youth engagement with Christian and Muslim religious leaders on 6th and 7th of August. And then from 10th to the 13th of August, the National Youth Conference will take place at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and to bring together young leaders and stakeholders from across the country. Then from 16th to the 19th of August, young people will make their voices heard at the National Youth Parliament. The excitement will continue on the 21st of August with the Interagency Football Gala at the Accra Sports Stadium, followed by Intergenerational Dialogue on 21st of August. The month-long celebration comes to a close on 30th of August with the Red Meat Stop campaign at Independence Square. Young people are encouraged to register to attend, volunteer, exhibit their products and services, or sign up as media partners through the official National Youth Month registration portal. This August, volunteer, learn, lead, serve. National Youth Authority facilitating youth development. And then also the Clean Conference is happening this weekend, and so please brace up for it. Now, Metro TV, Original TV, and Original FM is bringing to you, of course, with Metro Digital, is proudly presenting the Clean Conference 2026. Is on the theme. In fact, it's under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff, and the theme is assessing Ghana's progress towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030, SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation, SDG 7, Clean Energy, and SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Now, it's happening on Friday, 21st of August 2026. It's at 9 a.m. at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. And we would be answering the question, 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? Now, the answers begin with the One National Conversation, the Metro and Regional Sanitation Conference with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. The Clean Conference is bringing together government, development partners, traditional authorities, industry players, academia, civil society, young people, and all Ghanaians. The changes not only in the conference room. So the following day, we will be bringing you a massive cleanup exercise on the streets of Accra. Metro Clean Conference, Wahunu Diemu Emma Omano Etumpon. That's with that. Now, Prof.
Yes, sir.
The Herald is reporting that as far as the results from the Saturday's August 15, 2026, from the 2026 elections, is suggesting that the MPP delegates are not conducting a wholesale rejection of the party's existing regional leadership following its poor performance in the 2024 election. You know, there was this thinking that because of the 2024 elections and how poorly the MPP performed, there was going to be like a wholesale, sweep almost all of them off. But it appears majority have retained their seats with a few changes at the regional level. I'll pick your thoughts on that. And one other thing that he said when I come back from this break. Please stay with us.
Finding my dream apartment in just 2 days was a breeze with 7terragh.com. Looking for your next home, the perfect piece of land, or the best commercial property for your business? Are you worried about sending money home for property and finding nothing when you return? Well, worry no more. 7terragh.com is just a platform to find prime lands, perfect properties, or vibrant real estate development at the click of a button. 7terragh.com is your go-to property listing platform that allows you to register, list, rent, buy or sell, and connect with correct agents. With our AI-powered smart search, personalized dashboards, verified agent connection, and interactive property maps, all your property needs have been made easier. Check us out on 7terragh.com or contact us on 0302-998-246 or 0561 032 252. 7terragh.com, powered by MNC Properties.
As the days come and go, there's always shit. Let colleagues explore all the planetary bodies. Our mission is in Uranus to treat hemorrhoids, anal fistula, anal fissure, anal incontinence, hydradenitis suppurativa, using laser, Legasure for pain-free and speedy recovery. On Uranus Street, Accra, is Main Tuber Hospital and Coloproctology Center. Trust Uranus with us and we will delight you. Visit the Main Tuber Hospital today or call us on 0244 581 541.
Madam, I'm looking for Abena.
Abena, there's someone looking for you.
Madam, please, where's Abena?
Abena, yes, ma'am. Is this who you are looking for?
Madam, please get me Abena. Please.
Della, Abena, bra. Abena.
Oh, Abena. If it's not Abena rice, I can't eat any of that. More.
Abena rice. Eniji nkwa. FDA ajejade nkratso yatsum.
Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM and Metro Digital under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff proudly present the Clean Conference 2026. Theme: Assessing Ghana's progress towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030. SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation. SDG 7, Clean Energy. And SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Friday, 21st August 2026, 9 a.m. at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. With just 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? The answers begin with one national conversation. The Metro and Original Sanitation Conference with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. In attendance will be the Gamanche, His Royal Majesty King Takiteko True II. The Clean Conference, bringing together government, development partners, industry players, academia, civil society, and all Ghanaians. Change is not only in conference rooms, so there will be a cleanup exercise on Saturday, 22nd August 2026, also led by the Chief of Staff. Join thousands of volunteers for this massive cleanup exercise across the major streets of Accra. Metro Clean Conference, Wahuni Diema or Maini Tumpong.
In Yola, Victoria Naima Abdullahi, the Ghana Sanitation and Environment Conference is happening live at the CD Conference, University of Ghana, on the 21st of August, 2026. I'll be there. Join me. Let's make an impact on everybody.
This is a very great day. We have the newly elected Greater Accra Regional Executive, led by the chairman, Okoboy, Dr. Okoboy. Let me congratulate you all, and also congratulate the constituency chairman who are here. We fought for a solid battle, and you've been here. I know Dr. Okoboy very, very well. We are very good friends. He's a good man. He's a unified. And he's very humble, if you know him. And I believe that he is going to really bring us a lot of seats in Greater Accra. The goal for all of us, is to win the 2028 election. This is just a stepping stone towards winning 2028. As a party, we have been engaged in an exercise of reorganization. We've had our polling station elections, we have our electoral area, we've had our constituency, we've now had our regional elections, and we will culminate.
All right, you're still watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. I'm still here with Professor Smart Sappo. He's an academic, Director of Research and Innovation, Kumasi Technical University. And also here with us is Dr. Jonathan Asante-Okyere. Jonathan Asante-Okyere is the one who's been talking. And Prof will now have his turn to analyze the just ended MPP's regional chair elections. So, Prof, as I was saying, the Herald today has some very interesting analysis. Now, this is what it says. I'm going to bring it in. Maybe you can take it from there before you tell me generally what you think about the elections. Now, so the results from the Saturday, August 15, 2026 elections suggest that MPP delegates are not conducting a wholesale rejection of the party's existing regional leadership following its poor performance in the 2024 general elections. Rather, the voting pattern indicates a selective approach, with delegates retaining experienced leaders in some regions while opting for new leadership in others. The party begins preparations for 2028 elections. It is unclear what this means for the national executive election scheduled for October 3, 2026. So it goes ahead to tell us who has won in what regions. But I don't want to bother you with that. Now, however, the results also show a clear appetite for change in several regions, and it gives us the breakdown. The results point to particularly strong mandates from the new chairman in Greater Accra and Ashanti, two politically significant regions for the MPP. Greater Accra presents one of the party's biggest electoral challenges. The MPP held 14 of the region's 34 parliamentary seats before the 2024 elections, but was reduced to just 5 after losing 8 seats. Dr. Okoboy's decisive victory therefore gives a strong mandate to lead the party's rebuilding effort, strengthening grassroots mobility towards reclaiming some of the constituencies lost in 2024. Ashanti, meanwhile, remains the MPP's electoral stronghold, making Koka's overwhelming victory significant as the party seeks to consolidate its support base and maintain its dominance in the region. The Northern Belt has produced a more mixed but generally stable picture. And now, it says across the region, the dominant message from the newly elected and retained chairman has been the need to rebuild the party ahead of the 2028 elections. So, in Ashanti region, while Koka defeated Kokofu by 398 votes and the Okoboy beat Alfred Boy by 318, the Savannah contest was decided by just 4 votes. The Hafo race was also closely fought with Safo Mensah winning by only 9 votes over Justice Appiah entry. The results therefore do not point to a single nationwide verdict against or in favor of incumbent leadership. Instead, they show an MPP electorate that appears to be balancing experience with the demand for new energy and strategies as the party prepares for 2028 general elections. So, what do you make of this analysis, plus your general thoughts about the just ended elections?
Yeah, well, so Moro, let me start.
You may want to chip in the issue about euphoria. I mean, he talked about this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, as for euphoria, I think this is an internal contest. It doesn't have national character.
Right.
It is not a matter of national interest, if you ask me.
Okay.
It is a matter of regional and some interest, not like a wholesale interest. I mean, I'm a university teacher. What do I gain or lose from regional elections?
Okay.
You get it. So it's not an issue of national interest. If it is about presidential aspirants, those things, then you know that the choices that the parties are going to make have some relation to your survival as a university teacher. So it's nice. It's characteristic of regional and I mean those local level elections. So right. I didn't expect any bigger euphoria. In fact, the areas where the euphoria went high, Ashanti and Greater Accra, I mean it was so for the obvious reasons. So that one. He mentions the need for some further investigation, forensic, whatever, of the Electoral Commission's performance in 2020. In fact, he was wondering why a party will win Greater Accra but will not win the national elections. Numbers are not wholesale. Numbers have weights. Okay, so win is not win. It's about the government, the weight of the win, and its ability to nullify some equally high numbers. So if you don't do that, and you rely solely on the fact that there's a certain region where once you win national, this one, to be quite misinforming.
Yeah.
So
it's actually not a given.
At all.
In fact, there have been times when parties have won Greater Accra for office. We talked about 2020.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's not a given.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that is also, he underestimated the numbers. He thought that a region would be, no. And then the assertion that, let me mention this last one, the assertion that once the express road is fixed, some political party, it's also oversimplified matter.
It's too simplistic.
Yeah. If you go to Ho now, the entire city of Ho is asphalted beautifully from the Peve Junction down to the entire Ho township, done by the NPP. But they didn't have any. So let's not simplify the matter. So it's just
much more nuanced than that.
Yeah. So I mean, if it was so, the votes of the NPP wouldn't have reduced from 54 or so in 2016 down to 51%. Then the NDC rose from 43 to 46.7%. It wouldn't have been so. If FSHS was huge, but they don't directly. I mean, this is not a day for political lecture, so we will tone down. But let's not simplify the matter for the politicians to feel like, oh, just do expressway, starve everybody. In fact, don't pay cocoa farmers. In fact, don't recruit the youth. In fact, they starve everybody, but fix the express road, and we are making things too simple for the politicians. Every facet of the national life is equally important. Okay? You lose sight on a certain sector, and it can cause your downfall, irrespective of what you do at the other sector. You can do all the rules in Ghana that tell you if you do not take care of the education sector well, if you don't take care of the other sectors well, they have their own way of affecting you. So that is just on the way. On the NPP contest, I will start by applauding them. It's been peaceful. It was generally peaceful across the 16 regions. In fact, we would have been here talking about negative publicity if something like that did happen. So on that score, we want to appreciate the peaceful nature within which they conducted that exercise. Those who have lost, I'm sure, are not too worried. They knew that elections have only two outcomes. You win or you lose. There is no second person or third place whatsoever. So, yes, you had second, but, I mean, accept it. It's a honorable loss. You participated in a very useful process. You made democracy beautiful at that internal level. It's a pride you should carry forever. And then bear in mind that you need to control yourself, act in a way that supports the party's general interest, so that it is not only this election, there might be election tomorrow. You might be considered. Coker lost the last election to Chairman Wuntimi in Ashanti. In fact, if he had not conducted himself well and had not remained a true party man and kept affecting the people of the region, he wouldn't have been rewarded in this manner today. So it's a caution to all those who couldn't make it this time. The way you conduct yourself, the support you give to the winning team, your interest in the general well-being of the party and all those things will determine your tomorrow. And so they should do that. I know they are experienced people and they will do exactly that. The Herald says that the delegates blended experience, and then some places where they needed to do changes, they did. I always say the delegates are wise. Yes, irrespective of how much other influences come, the delegates are supposed to be wise. These are delegates. The whole of, let's say, Okaikwe Central, latest constituency, for example, they shortlist some 19 people. We have about 150 voters. We have selected 19 of you as our reps. Those people should be above a certain level of integrity, a certain level of sincerity and all those things. They should stick to the issues, find out the details, and not easily be swayed by money and all those things. So yes, all those things might have happened, but delegates, when they are taking decision, they do so wisely, in my view. It is with no malice that when you go to OT, they decided to bench all the old executives, with the exception of the youth organizer who survived. He even went unopposed. The rest of them all were benched. The former chairman was made to rest. The former secretary was made to rest. Everybody was made to rest and then maybe support those who have come. A lot of places. So that is an exception. It is not a cause for worry. I support your new people. Let them come and do the work and see the outcomes that may be. So for me, generally, it is a fair outcome. Oko Boys win in Ashanti, in Greater Accra region. It's a fair outcome. I mean, he contested with his own uncle, his mother's classmate.
Yeah.
So the energy levels wouldn't be the same. And if a region like Greater Accra fell from 14 seats, in fact, the MPP has had 19 seats before in the past, and they dropped from the 19 to 14. Now from 14 down to 5. You need a certain level of energy to awaken the spirit of the party in the region. And I felt ab initio that Okoboy had that spirit to do the job. And so if the delegates have chosen him, for me, it's not a problem. On the whole, the new executives have a lot of work to do. The party is down, like it or not. 4 of the regions in Ghana, they recorded 0. Volta region 0, for me, is not much of a surprise. But, I mean, the lesson is that if you get somebody like Hohoi MP, former railway minister, to be able to win Hohoi's seat for you, it means when you do well, you can upgrade your show in that region. But, I mean, that is a typical stronghold, so I'm not worried if they have 0. But the other place is Moro. Oti, the Nchumuru area, the Karachi areas are areas they can put up a serious contest if they want. I mean, in the past, Karachi East had been faithful to the NPP. The Nchumurus and all those areas are areas they can harvest. So the team in Oti should not relax and see Oti as Volta region. Oti have some Akan, Guan characteristics that is not typical of the Volta region. So if they face Oti as a battlefield, they can make some wins. Sometimes it's from the mind. You think that this place is for the NDC and so you will not contest. When NDC changed that mentality and they approached Ekrofuo, Madansia, Sukwa, some typical areas in Ashanti, they won. Yeah. So change your mentality about Oti. It's a place that the MPP can do well. When you come to Upper East, it's a place they once held 5 seats. In fact, they've held 7 seats before out of the 15.
Right.
Now, from nowhere, you are at 0. So the regional executives elected are in for work, not for any show of leadership or something. It's results that I'm sure the MPP will be looking for. Upper West is quite pathetic because, you know, the MPP touts this Dankwa Dombo Buzia tradition. And you know where the Dombo comes from? Yeah. Today, that Dombo, if they are 3 umbilical cords, 3, and they buried one at Dombo, they buried one at Buzia, they buried one at Dankwa, the Dombo side is taken over. If they know their history and it is not just a rhetoric and they mean it, and they had 3 pillars, today they should be aware that 1 pillar has been taken over by their political opponents. The areas around the Sisala East and West, up there to Lambusie and all those places are places that the MPP shouldn't have ever lost elections. Like Buzia's hometown, Wenchi, where now, you see, it means they have detached from their history. If you detach from your history, some of these things can befall you. Maybe it can be the work the new regional executives will have to focus on and do, and know that they have to do something, especially for nothing at all, for the fact that one of their roots come from those areas. Then come down to the areas where they did some minimal performance. Western, for example, they used to have 9 out of 17. Now they have 2. When you come to Ahafo, they used to have 3. Now they have only 1. When you come to Ashanti, where they used to have 43, 44, now they have 39. Okay. When you come to Bono, they used to have 6. In fact, at a point, they had 10. Now you have only 1 in Bono. And the particular case of Abronye, I think that perhaps the party delegates there have given him a second chance.
Right.
Because, I mean, he keeps mentioning his past records. It's like Accra House of Folk and Kotoko. Some time ago, I won 20 seats in Bona Half. When it was put together, I won 20 seats. You are talking about number. So when you were made chairman at the relevant time, your party fell woefully from 6th. In fact, you were original executives when they had the 10. I think youth organizer or something like that. Then you became a chairman. Then you dropped this from that point, 6 to 1. When I heard this interview, he was speaking with a lot of energy, and they were my boys. These are people I trained, those things. I think he needs to be more reflective than the way he's approaching the thing. It shouldn't be taken as a common win. It should be taken as his second and perhaps his last chance. Because no political party would want to entertain defeat repeatedly. Yes, I believe in people getting second chance. And so I don't have a problem with the delegates choosing him. But his initial comments and understanding of the win should not be the usual, I have won and I'm this, I'm that. It should be a sober period.
Right.
And then he going back to see what he can do to bring the party from at least the 1 to, if they get to the 6th crowd like they were, it will be a key performance indicator to assess his performance.
Right.
Bono East from, I think, 3, now they have 1. Central Region from 16, now they have only 4. Eastern Region, they used to have 29 out of the 31, the 33. I think 33 or so, 31 or 33. Now they have only 29. You have only 23.
Okay.
23. So Chairman Jeff has been retained. He supervised the drop.
Jeff Kunedu.
Jeff Kunedu has been retained. He supervised the drop. In fact, in their contest, Alfred, I think at the treasurer level, the one who won with just 1 vote.
Okay.
You were talking about people who won with 4 and those things. Somebody won with just 1 vote.
Right.
Greater Accra, we've talked about it.
Yes.
From 14 to 5. A woeful performance. Northeast, they had gotten 5 before. Now it's 3-3. Then when you come to Western North, they had 3 in the previous election. Now they have only 1. Swaman. Northern, they used to have 8. I think it was 9-9 at a point. They splitted the 18 constituencies into 9-9. Now they have only 6 in the Northern region. They've lost the ND. I think they even lost Mion.
Yeah.
The traditional
MPP seats.
Do you get it? I think it's a problem of they having lost touch with their heritage, their tradition.
Why do you think that the delegates failed to punish the regional executives for this abysmal performance?
Oh, many of them have been substituted, like the paper reported.
Yes.
So in areas where you could explain yourself and perhaps the delegates feel we should give you another chance, they gave them that chance. In areas where they felt that no. You see, and sometimes the decision is taken way before the listening time, the election time. Perhaps in the course of the failure, they cautioned you. They saw some people saw it, drew your attention, you ignore them, blah, blah. When you form that mentality in their minds that you don't listen to good counsel,
then they'll change you.
Way before you even come to the election, I mean, the last weekend election, they had decided to change you.
So it means that delegates don't just take decisions based on one election outcome.
No.
Sometimes there are a number of issues.
Absolutely. Sometimes when the outcome is shared, that, okay, we all agree we didn't do well.
Yes.
You are likely to be pardoned.
So it's collective blame.
Collective. But when the points can be pointed at you that you are the problem.
Then you're in trouble.
We told you this, you didn't mind us. We said this, you didn't mind. You said it. When you come again, they will seriously punish you. So generally what I'm saying is that it is a fresh page open for them, and their party requests a lot from them. Their delegates who just voted for them request a whole lot from them. Let me land on Ashanti and say that that's where I'm coming from. Ashanti is supposed to be the stronghold of the MPP.
Right.
If it is a stronghold, then you have to put in measures to harvest maximum votes. They have been winning, but data will tell you that their win is dwindling.
Yeah.
You have achieved 82% before. You came to 76. Today they are doing about 62. That is not funny for a stronghold constituency.
I mean, something has definitely gone wrong.
Yeah.
They need to fix it.
In Volta region, you have never had 15% before. In fact, your best has been 11%, 9%, those things. That is stronghold. If somebody is able to win 85%, 90%, stronghold.
Yeah.
You do 76, this, that. I think one of the reasons is that they are not realizing that, apart from the fact that it's their stronghold, Ashanti region is a different region altogether. Now, the past Ashanti region, where most of them were Ashantis, has been invaded by settlers, economic activity. I'm saying those has pushed some settlers into the region. So the numbers are now getting close. And the regional executives will need to strategize for that.
You mean the demographics?
The demographics have changed.
It's changed.
Yes. Mobility has brought some people into the region, and they are numbering. They are not that.
So that appears to be diluting.
So they have to prepare for it. In their strategy, they shouldn't front all accounts. They should be mindful of the various settlements that have invaded the area, and strategize accordingly. Then the region is also too big for me. 47 constituencies. If you are a regional chairman, Chairman Koka, and you see yourself as Bono regional chairman, you are equal to the Greater Accra regional chairman and those things. It is not true. It's never true. Greater Accra has 34. Ashanti 47. They don't come close. In fact, if you take the 34 out of the 47, you are still left with 13 constituencies. 13 constituencies is more than 8 of the current regions we have. It is more than Bono East. It has 11. It is more than North East. It has only 6. It is more than Upper West, 11 constituencies. It is more than Savannah. Savannah has 7 constituencies. It is more than Ahafu, 6. It is more than Bono, 12. It is more than Western North, 9. It is more than Oti, 9. Okay? So if they want to get the best out of the region, they should bring all the contestants on board. There were 3 people who vied for the organizer position. If they really still have the ambition and the vision and the aspiration to do so, share the region into 3 and give 1 to them. Let them prove what they could have done if they were given the 47. Give them something small, maybe 10 constituencies. All the aspirations and the plans you had, apply it here and let's see what you can bring out of it. If they do so, they can get the best out of the region. If they treat it as all other regions, then they will continue to decline and they would not know. As for win, you will win. But it's about the weight of the win. If they want to increase the weight of the win, they should actually practice some division of labor, intentional division of labor, and get all these people who also had plans to actually implement those plans under the supervision of the regional chairman.
So Kojocho Mboafo has, he says that, good morning, Moro, there's a reason why the MP is failing nationally. The people of Ghana have come to the conclusion that they are nation wreckers. This is a national political party that is trying to tell the nation that a strong city is inimical to the economy. A national political party that's keeping with this history of nation wrecking, including opposing independence, is telling Ghanaians that building reserves and sitting on the reserves to hash baby reserves is more important than shoring up our currency to boost the economy. But why am I even advising them? When your opponents embark on a self-destructive spree, you should keep quiet. And he says, I'm shaking my head. Samuel Brian Boabin says, what exactly is your man saying? Does every government not construct roads and undertake development projects? Did the Volta region vote for the MPP after all the development we brought to the region? Every election has its own dynamics. I plead with all our members and sympathizers to unite firmly behind Dr. Bawumia and work tirelessly to help elect him as president so that together we can bring an end to the tyranny and arbitrariness that have become the order of the day. Samuel Brian Boabin says that message. Peter T. Shukura from Shukura says, Moro, this is Peter T. from Shukra. Moro, Ghanaians admire you, especially with your experience in journalism and its translation into Good Morning Ghana program. We really adore you. But Moro, our democracy has come to stay and we need to establish some level of discipline in our quest to ensure stability in our future elections, especially in-house elections. One problem I have with MPP is that irrespective of who becomes regional chairman, it's irrelevant to command a win for Bawumia in any future general election. Alhaji Hamza from Pig Farm, he says, good morning, my brother. In the interest of multi-party democracy, I wish to congratulate the MPP for the successful regional executive elections. I would also like to use the opportunity this morning to call on the delegates for the NDC to shine their eyes. They should not go in for people who care for their selfish interests or those who cannot do the job. We should remember that 2028 elections is not going to be a job. It's not going to be an easy job. We should not vote for the people who don't have the party at heart as we speak. There are some executives who don't care much for the grassroots who voted for them into power. A lot of them don't even pick their calls to listen to the problems of the grassroots. So let's wise up. I've said my own, a word to the wise is in, and then he said, Now this one here from Manche Bruce II. He's a lecturer, Takoradi Polytechnic.
No, Takoradi Technical University.
Oh, Takoradi Technical University, yes. Just like Kumasi Technical University.
Yeah, I know him. I know Manche Bruce.
Oh, you know him. Okay. So Moro, please tell Dr. Asante Ochi that the characteristic euphoria and political tension that come with MP regional elections were noticeably subdued on this occasion. This was primarily because the flag bearer election preceded the polling station, electoral area,
it's also a serious factor.
Right, in regional elections. In fact, it was one of the issues I was going to raise, and I noticed that time is up. Ordinarily, it's the flag bearer aspirants who mobilize vigorously to ensure the election of their supporters at the lower levels, as these structures constitute the electoral college that ultimately elects the flag bearer. This is why it has been a seamlessly peaceful countrywide. It is on this basis that many of us supported a bottom-up approach. I must also place on record categorically that Dr. Bawumia in his personal capacity did not endorse any candidate. That said, this is politics. The phenomenon of influence peddling ought never to be regarded. Greetings to Professor Sapo, my friend, Manche Bruce II, member, Western Regional Elections Committee. Now, Siddiq has some issues. He has a problem. He says that Ghana's 15-year vehicle imports ban shouldn't be absolute. With car culture growing, carefully selected older but roadworthy vehicles can support automotive tourism and boost local tourism. Classic cars are part of the global travel experiences Ghana can benefit to. And I totally agree with you, Siddiq, on this one. I've seen Imani also raising similar concerns. Prince Henry from Koforidua says, congratulations to the NPP for successful regional elections, but it won't lead to anything because their head is the same. Who gave us DDP, betting tax, e-levy, COVID levy? God bless our homeland. Now Prince wants to be the regional communications officer for the NDC. Reverend Samuel J says, good morning. I think it's appropriate to congratulate NPP for successful elections. Democracy must triumph in any aspect of our political activities. I congratulate them for peaceful elections. Once again, congratulations to them, especially Dr. Oko Boy. All right, so I want to wish this person happy birthday to an amazing lecturer.
Welcome to GH Schools, your #1 training institute that offers practical-based tuition in media and a variety of skill acquisition-related areas. At